Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very interesting and I think infantile statement, if true. And the statement allegedly comes from the former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. I would not be surprised if Donald Trump made this kind of statement. Now, to start with, that's imbecilic. It's infantile. All right, let me read you this title and then the article. Initially, it came in Washington Post, but I will read it from Ukrainska Pravda. Why? Because these guys are much more concise than the other guys, going around all that. So this article comes from May 29th, 2024. Donald Trump says he would bomb Moscow and Beijing. So Trump says he would bomb the capital of the Russian Federation and the capital of China. Both of them have nuclear weapons and easily could destroy as well United States of America. It's not like, that's why it's an imbecilic statement. Because I know there are some tards out there below 86 IQ who say, yeah, man, yeah, go, there you go, man. Well, only a crazy infantile person would do that thinking that he will survive, or his nation will win, or anybody will win. So let's read this article. All right, maybe they're gonna give us some abracadabra magic. Former US President Donald Trump, during a meeting with his campaign donors, has said that he would have bombed Moscow and Beijing, writes the Washington Post. European Pravda with reference to the Washington Post. The publication writes that Trump often talks about foreign policy at fundraising events. Yes, at one of these events where it is claimed, oh my God, I claim I saw Jesus Christ 2 minutes ago. Okay. It is claimed that Trump suggested that he would have bombed Moscow and Beijing had Russia had invaded Ukraine or China had occupied Taiwan under his presidency. Washington Post notes that the former US president surprised some donors with these words. For reference, at the time of Trump's first presidential term, Russia had already occupied Crimea and parts of Donbass. Background. There have been recent media reports saying if Trump wins the election in November 2024, he can request that NATO members spend not 2% but 3% of GDP on defense. So, it is worth noting that in February, Trump, at a pre-election event, told how he had threatened his allies to, quote-unquote, encourage Russia to attack them to force them to increase their contributions to NATO's collective security. His controversial statement was met with a negative reaction among the allies in the alliance. What Trump said, because I heard it, he said, well, if you guys don't want to, he said, why should we, United States of America, defend you? So we have a defense budget to defend you in case Russia attacks you, but you don't pay. So why should we take some money from our taxpayers and give it to our arms manufacturing companies, okay? Pentagon sponsors, in order to defend you guys over there, and you don't do the same thing. You invest in infrastructure, in good lives of your citizens, blah, blah. Let me play you some Paganini right now. That was the point. And he said, well, I hope, he said, maybe if Russia attacks you, then you're going to realize that you need us. So, that's how it was. And the guys was, oy vey. That was the context. I heard it. Fuck off, Washington Post and Ukrainska Pravda in this case. Now, let's go to this statement. So, he would have bombed. So let's say, let's play like in the kindergarten. Jimmy, yeah, I'm gonna flick you in the nose. And I flick Jimmy in the nose. and Jimmy is gonna poke me in the eye, clip, and I'm gonna grab him by the ding-a-lingy, click, 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 and he's gonna be putting his hand on my nose, and I will be, okay. That's how it ends. The same here. These guys think that, oh, we would have bombed Moscow and Beijing. First, do you think you can? All right, it's possibilities and probabilities. Possibilities, 100%. Probabilities, 50%. Let's put it this way. Or maybe 90%. Let's put it 99%. Let's put it 100%. Now, let's look at the Russians and the Chinese. Probability or possibility, 100%. Probability, the same. The nuclear submarines lurking around your or our shores cannot be deterred, cannot be stopped. They're not going to fly from, they're going to launch them over Alaska, the Tsar bomb, and the strategic bombers are going to fly over North Pole and invade over Canada. And no, it's going to be the submarines. You need about what? 5 submarines. Russia has more than 5. They were just going to hit about, 20 nuclear weapons on a few cities. So what do you think will happen? So this is so imbecilic just to think that, yeah, man, we would have bombed. Yeah, okay. And then what? And then what? Is it possible that Donald Trump said that? Yeah, it's very possible. I heard him saying other things too. Is it feasible? Not logical, because as I said, I don't think there will be no winners. No winners, nothing like that. But again, people feel all enthusiastic that, yeah, man, that's a guy who's a leader, who's this, that, without thinking that it's an imbecilic statement. Imagine Putin saying, well, if the United States of America sends 1 HIMARS or 1 bullet to Ukraine, we will bomb, New York City, not Washington, D.C., New York City, for certain reasons, or Florida. Sorry. What do you think these guys will say? Oh, Ive, this is a criminal. See, we told you this is a madman. This is crazy, man. Look at this. Come together, the world. Let's fight against this great evil. For good reason. You don't go to 0 to 100 in 1 second, or maybe you do. You save time. Like, for instance, it happened to me a few times in my life, and I will explain. When, by someone walking towards you, if you're experienced, you realize that that guy is no good. He wants something from you, but the way he's going to start talking to you, you realize how tough he is or how he wants to acquire that from you. Now, if he doesn't come to you and punches you in the face straight, now that's a guy, okay? That's a guy. He comes from, hey, man, what are you looking at? Well, if he said that, then you have to smack the shit out of that guy. If you can, and if you don't, put everything in the first attack, right there. Don't try to appease, because that, what are you looking at? That's next one. Do you think you're a smart guy? That's gonna evolve. You lose time, you waste time. And he gains confidence. Smacking first time when he comes to you and say, what are you? Bang, and that's it. Knock the fuck out of that guy. That's how you do. And then, oh, you wanted a cigarette? My bad. I don't care. Right, so this is the same thing here. If these guys will say, save time, how many people died? How many people were refugees? Countries, cities destroyed, and so on. For what? In 2.5 years almost? And they are escalating, and they're going to get the same ending. Tactical nuclear weapons first. They're going to get there. I hope they don't, but it's going that way. It's going why? Why do you think these guys will stop? They already sent over their Patriot systems. They already coordinate. They already plan for these guys. They already tell them where to shoot. They direct. I think they operate the HIMARS, the Patriot systems. Now they want F-16s. They send tanks. I mean, look at the trajectory. Why would they stop at the nuclear weapons? Why? Because it's a bigger destruction. So is a tank. So is an F-16 versus a javelin. Remember? So by the trajectory, it's going to go there. And remember, those guys in charge, they think that they will not be hit. That's what they think. Or maybe they think if they're going to hit, they have some ideas that someone will come and get them in a, afterlife and all that thing. But I don't believe that. Maybe you don't believe that. Maybe you don't want that. Did they ask you if now is the time? Did they ask your children? Did they ask old people? Sick people? Well, we all have different goals in life, and we also want to live our lives. And if time comes, the prophecies should be fulfilled. Thank you very much for being with me again today. That's idiotic what Trump says, if he said that. And I'm inclined to think that he said it. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.